Okay, I've started recording. It's 7:03. They call the meeting of the Clintonville Area Commission Zoning and Variance Committee to order. Do I have any objections to the agenda? Okay, then we approved without objection. Do we, let's see, I circulated draft minutes with the agenda. Are there any?
I had one correction from Diane, and then just a spelling
Minor,
mistake.
little,
Yeah.
yeah.
Quiet versus quit.
I just thought maybe it mattered.
Thank you.
Oh, with that,
That was the
I
only
moved
correction I
to-
received.
Approve the minutes as amended.
all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? It's approved with that one change. Oh, I should have mentioned Jason Advani and Gretchen West both have excused absences. The city has approved the rules of cutoff chart. They also, let's see, I also need to get it from Brittany. They have an ethics policy that applies to committees now. I think it's basically don't take money from people that are appearing before it. Don't mess with, don't use city stuff for personal use, that kind of thing. Let's see, now it's variance agenda. We have one item on the agenda, which is GC 26011. Whetstone High School actually the applicant is the Columbus City Schools, seeks 3 variances from the banner standards to increase the number of banners from 1 to 4, 2 banners per light pole, to increase the display time for a banner from 30 days to indefinitely, to increase the graphic areas from 16 square feet for banners to 48 square feet, and that's total. The proposed locations are on the we're linked to in the agenda. Do we have any? Yes, the way we do this will be informal. Is you get to introduce yourself, present for the city, for the city school district, then we'll ask questions, and then if the 2 people who are here want to have comments, they get to have comments. So the floor is yours.
Okay, sounds good. Hi, I'm Carissa Izzo. I'm with the Office of Engagement of Columbus City Schools. We are asking for a variance. We got a 614 beautiful grant from the city. With the grant, all of our high schools are obtaining banners. And so the city has pretty strict rules on banners. So our variances are to create 4, put on 2 on each pole. So this is the design of the banners. Each high school has different designs reflecting their school's motto or what the school stands for, and things that highlight the school. Right when you walk or drive into Whetstone, it would be in the first parking lot with the 2 light poles. And then the last 2 pictures are just renderings of what the banners would look like on the light poles. So we are doing this at every single high school in Columbus.
Questions from?
Are the light poles already there?
Yes.
So these would just, is there anything on them now?
No.
And this wouldn't interfere with any sight lines of anything?
No sight lines.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are all the lights on Whetstone property, or do some of them go out into the public right of way?
They do not go in the public right away because for these are right in the front parking lot. The city does not allow banners on any wooden poles. And so the poles that would be along Henderson Road are wooden, so we couldn't hang anything on the road.
My question is, assume that you know whether this allows you to change the banners. You're not stuck with these banners.
No, so what happens is once these banners are get faded away, then the city said we just go back to them and just say we're updating the images, so that does not cost us money. As long as we put it in the same location, same design,
Same
style,
size.
same size and everything, we can just go to them and say we're just updating the image.
It's not $500.
No, it's not,
Right.
yes,
Yeah.
no. So, but if we changed it to a different location or changed the size of it, then we would have to go through this process again.
Are there any more questions from the committee?
Have you done any sort of like structural analysis of the poles?
Yes, so we hired a company and so they had to do all the analysis about the right sizing for all the different, because certain schools had to have smaller banners because they're different poles.
How are those attached?
They have grommets on them, and then the grommets, there's like a piece of strong plastic, so they slide onto the pole, and then the plastic tie ties it to the pole to secure it. Yeah, like a zip
Zip
tie.
tie.
Any more questions from the committee? Dave? Ms. Simber?
Okay, I want to make sure that I understand that once this variance for this graphic is granted, that in the future, in 3 years, when they win the national championship and we want to change those all to, white and blue instead of blue and white, that once they have this variance granted, the size and the placement stays. Is that right?
Yes.
They could be made smaller without
Uh,
having a question?
I don't know if they could be making smaller because they said if there's a size change, we would have to go through the
Okay.
process again. So I'm sticking with as long as we keep the exact dimensions and any fading, that it can be replaced.
Because it seems to me that in order to encourage our young people and to show recognition to young people, that giving them a few banners is a very small thing. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
So when you said
You
zip
give your
ties,
name, you give your name for,
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to give a name. I'm Sandy Simro.
Pat Pankowski.
did you hear?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
So when you said zip ties, I'm assuming you were,
So they're like a professionally grade. So what happens is there's a pole at the top and pole at the bottom, and the banner slides on it, and then there's grommets. And then there's another piece that connects, that goes through the holes and connects it to the pole that goes up and down too. So that way, if the wind blows one way, it won't slide off the poles, how they're holding them up.
yeah,
So they're attached 2 different ways to the pole. One on new rods that stick out, horizontal, and then they're attached to the big part of the pole.
so they will be structurally sound.
Yeah.
Considering all the massive wind.
Wind, yes,
Snow and hail and everything else.
and everything else, as my siding on my house understands.
And just for the record, I mailed out the notices to everyone on the list, which were a lot of people to notice. I sent it to myself and I got my copy on Friday. And I did get one person, the only thing I got was someone asking for a copy for basically
Of
that.
this. Okay.
And they didn't, and I didn't hear back from them after that.
Did you get your notice in the mail?
So do you have
Yeah.
any,
Did we have a commissioner, area
No,
commissioner
we
report?
so now, if there's no more public comment,
Another question.
Yeah.
So when they get powdered and warm, then they will get replaced.
Yes.
And have like little
Yep.
shreds hanging there.
Yeah, no little shreds or anything. And so we can't tell how long it will take because some that face face like the southern sun will get replaced quicker. So it just depends. Now Whetstone, they're protected by trees, so hopefully they'll last a little bit longer as long as they have to make sure the trees are trimmed properly. Because they don't get as much sun, but some of our schools will have to replace them quicker because they get more sun.
And you said all schools are getting them?
High schools.
High schools.
well, if the there are no more comments, then I'll put chair puts a motion to approve as submitted on the floor, and it's open for any discussion or questions from the committee. Then I'll call the question, just go around and vote. Shall it be approved?
Yes.
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 Yes. Unanimous recommendation, this goes to the commission. You may end up
Yep.
waiting for a while at the commission because I don't
Yep.
know where they'll put you on the agenda.
It's okay.
Then you can leave, I think it was
Okay.
like about a 2-minute discussion about demo permits.
Okay.
I just wanna let people know what's going on
You
about
may need to.
that, since I can't,
Oh,
I can't
that's okay.
send
You can
emails
leave it
to
if you
folks
want.
because we have a bypass procedure that allows for accessory buildings, residential private accessory buildings, which are normally just garages. You don't have to go through the,
Or I'll just bring
Bring
it back
them to
into
the
the
you
commission.
don't, yeah, I don't need the paper either.
You don't have to print more than that.
Then I need to, thank you, I appreciate it.
And they will have email, I'll send them an email with this too, so.
Before you go to that, I didn't notice when we were looking at the agenda, the next meeting.
Oh, our next meeting will be,
Yeah.
let's see if I don't dare touch my phone line.
Well,
Do you have-
April something.
April 2nd, it says.
April 2nd, well, the
No,
commission,
that's the.
April
Oh,
29th.
sorry.
29th. That's the next meeting.
yeah, because that's, so is that, when is the commission?
And the commission
Be
meeting,
You know,
May 7th, then?
I'm gonna double check, I'm gonna take a risk.
Ooh.
I'm telling you, you emailed it to me, so.
At the commission, yes, the commission meeting would be, actually, commission meeting will be May 7th, and our meeting will be April 29th.
It was right, thank you. Just wanted to get that on there.
Well, the normal demo process is it has to go to a vote for the committee and commission to wait the 60-day waiting period. But for people's garages, which I don't think have ever been turned, there's usually no historic preservation issue, so city code allows the commission to delegate authority to do that. Back in 2017, I went to a meeting, one of our training meetings, and the city attorney says, "You do what? How you bypass it? How?" Because what happens is if the zoning chair, the CAC chair, and the chair for and the commissioner for the district all agree, it doesn't have to. It's automatically approved, and it doesn't have to go through the process. If any one of us says no, then it has to go through the process. And they freaked out, saying that they thought it might be an open meeting issue, but then they sent me an email saying no, it's fine. I had an email from the city attorney's office saying it's fine. In 2024, there was another freak out over it, and the Department of Neighborhood, I sent them the 2017 email. The Department of Neighborhood said, "Oh, okay, we understand." And then one of the most recent demo prints a month or two ago, someone in the city said, "Well, that doesn't count as a commission approval," and they wouldn't approve it. And then the Department of Neighborhoods had another freak out, and then until I sent them the copy of the emails from 2017 and 2024 saying it's approved. And now the city attorney is revisiting the issue, but at least they're going to revisit it thoughtfully. And if they say open meetings rules require it, then they require it. If they don't, they don't. But for now, they're allowing us to keep the bypass. We almost had one on the agenda just for that, but this Department of Neighborhoods decided, and the city decided that they could go with the written advice of the city attorney's office until the city attorney changes it. So that's where we are. I just wanted to say that that's what's going on with that. So we now, do you have any questions on that?
It seems, didn't we go through this with the city attorney about 500 years ago?
Yes. Yeah. This has always been,
It's like,
it's always been.
and because
This has
because
been the
it's
process, I can remember since like 20.
because it's not a majority of anybody. It's not a meeting. Nobody meets. It's everybody
Yeah.
has an opinion, and
Well, and it is basically, it's approved unless someone objects. normally you wouldn't want a non-commissioner like me having any authority on that, but my only authority is to force it through the regular process. I have no authority to approve it on my own. And anyway, I just want folks to know that's what was going on, and that the person who got stuck with the problem was the Fenway Road
Right.
person who's moving their house. They're the
Oh.
ones who got caught in the middle of this.
Oh, no.
They ended up getting a new contractor. I don't know if this was related to that or not. But anyway, that's what I didn't want to send, given that this is about open meeting rules, I didn't want to send an email about it to folks. I wanted to put it here on the record at an open meeting with it on the agenda. So with that, unless anyone has any questions, I should say. Okay, so now you know why if we get a variance, a demo permit we didn't expect, that you'll know why. Our next meeting will be April 29th, 2026. The commission meets on April 2nd. Any objections to adjourning?
I don't know, it's only 7:20.
Without objection, the meeting is adjourned.